Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable with yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, today is the end of this year, and we all have to be grateful. Somehow we are able to come through this difficult time. And some of our friends didn't make it happen. Some of our relatives didn't make it happen. But still, you are so lucky. And when it comes to time, then within another few hours, you're going to start another new year. So when it comes to time, if you don't understand the meaning of time, how you can use it. Your time and your life has no difference. There is a deeper relationship. So I put it like this. Your heart and your brain is your mother and father. Your body is the child that who you are. That body always follow the path of the time. It surrender to the time. It listen to the time. And it go with the time. And now, as you know, from Big Bang to this entire universe keep expanding. And there is the meaning with that. It doesn't matter it happened or not. There is a meaning. What is that meaning? Is that the life that you experience, irreversible. It cannot go back. So when it comes to the spiritual life, we call the path. So the path also, something doesn't go back. And it doesn't go like circle, circle, circle. If the path go like the circle, then you're going to keep it at the same place. But your life is not like that. It always move forward, become matured, move forward. So when it comes to time, people always depend on time. And sometimes lives become, the time become a good friend for us. We depend on time. And sometimes time become a good doctor. It give the healings and it give the all the painkillers to get out of all the pain from our life. And sometimes time become kind of like a lawyer. It gave the decision, and sometimes it take us from the prison, or sometimes it take us to the punishment. And sometimes the time is kind of like an equalizer. From birth to death, king to the beggar, this everybody have the same amount of time for a day. And each and everyone, according to their own capacity, get the best out of it. And sometimes time is kind of like a river, wash out all the dirts. That means that you can throw anything to the time. You can blame to the time, and you can give it to the time. It's kind of like that. And sometimes time is like a fortune teller, because we waiting for good time and we waiting for happy time. And when things go up and we say, oh, I had a good time. I am so lucky. I am so fortunate. And at the same time can become kind of like a demon. When everything go bad, we say this is a bad time. So like that, the time always in this human life from ancient time. So kind of like that Inca, Mayan, Hopi, or Babylonian, Greek, Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, from that civilizations. And people used to worship the time. People used to go with the time. And when it comes to all the religions, even though there are different believing and following systems, they all have something similar. What is that? They all follow the time. They all has a deeper connection with the time. And sometimes that our life go with the time, and that's why it's called the wheel of life. Wheel of life, because we related to the time and we go with it. And sometimes when it comes to day-to-day activities, we forget in this material world, we'll forget the value of life. And then we go with the money. And then that's why sometimes it's say most of the valuable currency is money, the time, because people don't understand the value of the time, and they understand the value of the time, the money. And it doesn't matter how much the money you have, the time is more important. So when it comes to the currencies, the most valuable currency is the time. And at the same time, sometimes look ourselves. We work for our timetable and we go with the time and we depending on time and we waiting for our social security, or maybe we waiting for our retirement to have a good time. But we don't see. We lose our time every day. So this is a moment we have to reflect ourselves that whole this year with this pandemic situation, this quarantine environment, we somehow able to go through this time, and then still another time going to be come. So then you have to look into yourself. What you going to do out of your time? Because this is the only thing that equally you received, that from when it come to this world. So out of this time, what you going to get? And at the same time, when the opportunity come for you, out of your time, what you going to give? So that is up to you. And at the same time, you have to look into yourself and see how far that you came through this, and you have to analyze that today who you are, like this, that as you who you are, you experience this life because of the way that time you spend. So if you want to spend the next year, then you're going to end up same like you. So then, if you want for the change, when the time comes for you, you have to do something different. So when it comes to our human life, out of this all the materials and out of all these facilities, consumer product, and out of this all the environment, out of this all the time, what the best that you can gain? That is our mental stability, clarity, satisfaction, and having undisturbed mind. In the ancient time, it used to say samadhi. So that samadhi, that tranquility state, doesn't come out of just going here and there, doing this and that, and hoping and dreaming and visualizing. There is a method that you have to follow. So that's why through this whole time, we used to practice this meditation and giving some kind of basic information for yourself to develop certain kind of a spiritual foundation. So then you have to remember, by the time you have to be your own master, by the time you have to be your own guru, by the time you have to be your own teacher. And for that, you have to have a very good, clear mental discipline. So to mental discipline, practice within yourself. Because when it comes to this kind of practice, if we look at the history, Prince Siddhartha, when we had a very luxurious life, and he used to live in a very comfortable way. But by the time he understood different nature of the world, and the very first thing that he start to practice himself, having a very strong mental discipline. So then you have to remember, it giving us a deeper silence teachings to us. It doesn't matter what the book says. It doesn't matter what the lectures you hear. It doesn't matter what the documentary you watch. When in the end of the day, how you behave by yourself going to change everything. So then from all this practice, you have to come to a point to accumulate that all the energy and strengthen yourself, not to keep it part by part everywhere. So that is the very behavior of the samadhi. In another way, your consciousness, and it called another way, the very collective awareness. So the collective awareness is a kind of like a collective consciousness. It's like all the abilities, all the strength, all the clarity, you bring it to one place. When you have that, you develop a high level of frequency. You develop a high level of energy. You develop a high level of a current inside you. So that is very necessary. When you have that high level of frequency, it will help you to have a clarity to recognize things as it is. Once you have that, from that place, rather than sitting on it, or rather than depending on it, rather than mesmerizing with it, we use that ability to thoroughly, deeply recognize how things come to be as they are. When you're able to have that, that is what called another with the vipassana. Deeply you recognize, thoroughly you recognize. What you recognize? You recognize your feelings, your sensations. You recognize your body. You recognize your thoughts. You recognize the life itself happening to you. That is what we need. So when you come to that recognition, when you have that clarity within you, what will happen? As a result of that, you will understand how other things happen around you, how that other people's life happening with them. So when you have that ability, then it brings the ability to understand and recognize. That is where the empathy come from you. That is where the compassion come from you. That is where the sharing going to happen with you. When you have that ability, that deeply take you to another level of understanding. What is that understanding? That understanding is your life happening as a result of many other reasons. Even though we have the consciousness, even though we have the awareness, even though we have the memory, even though we depend on the sanskara or the cankers, mental formations, there are a lot of other things happening around us. And as a result of that, we experience this life. And another way we call it the causality, cause and effect. So even though we see this outside world, how things happen, and we don't see how it affects for us. And at the same time, we don't see how we are becoming a part of it. But once you come to the level to understand that how you contribute yourself to the outside world, and at the same time, how that outside world affect for you, and then that is where you deeply have a self-discipline yourself. And with that self-discipline, it brings more clarity. And out of that clarity, your bodily, verbally, mentally actions going to become more clear, perfect. That perfection bring the contentment to yourself to be happy. And that is a very authentic, genuine happiness inside you. And at the same time, out of your bodily, verbally, mentally actions, other people are never going to get any harm. And always you are capable to perform the best, the right things. And then when it comes to that, the moment of living yourself, it's always going to become the right moment, right way of living. And your right way of living bring other people kind of like an opportunity. So can you be an opportunity for others? Or are you going to be a misery to other people? When you do wrong things, it becomes a misery to other people. But when you perform the right things, it's going to be an opportunity for other people. So be an opportunity. Bring an opportunity around you, your husband, wife, children, parents, brothers, sisters, friends and family members, known, unknown people, seen, unseen people, be an opportunity. Give them a chance, uplift them, and try to bring some kind of value to their life and help them to find their change. And that way, you will be happy one day. So that is the very purpose of this spiritual path, because out of your spiritual development, you should bring the change to yourself, and at the same time, you should bring the opportunities to others. Because when it comes to very meaning, the very connotation of the time, and before these numbers come, the very meaning of the time is the right or the opportunity moment. So then this is the time for you. So what does that mean? This is the opportunity for you to do the right thing. And this is the opportunity for you. This is the right moment for you to get the best out of it. This is the time for you. This is the opportunity for you to share your best with the others. And this is the time for you. This is the opportunity for you to experience the highest as a human being. So that is the very purpose, and that is what we keep practice. And I hope this little information will help you to settle down yourself and deeply in your heart and synchronize with your mind and take care of your body and walk this path to the highest level of human intellect. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit. And your right palm on your left, neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring attention to your body and scan head to toes 3 times yourself and say so patveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. Do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. So just bring the attention to your inhalation and exhalation and stay there. So just knowing you observe, this is inhalation, this is exhalation. Bring your attention to your body, please, and observe your posture. So in this December 31st night, we take a moment to transfer the loving kindness and meditation around the world. May all living beings get out of the pain, suffering, unsatisfaction. May everyone stay healthy and safe. So with that intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside, to your left side, to your right side, downward and upward. To all 6 directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion. From the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dharma and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Also may all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. And at the same time, I wish upon all of you, with this new year, may everyone stay healthy and safe. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. So during this next year, this new year, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And may all the success and happiness be with you as you wish in this very new year. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of liberation as you wish. Ittavata chammi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya imaya dhamma nudhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammam pujemi sangham pujemi attaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadhi maranam paribunjissami idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu ආයු වඩ්ඩකෝ ධන වඩ්ඩකෝ සිරි වඩ්ඩකෝ යස වඩ්ඩකෝ බල වඩ්ඩකෝ අන්න වඩ්ඩකෝ සුඛ වඩ්ඩකෝ හෝතු සබ්බදා දුක්ඛ රෝග භය වේරා සෝකා සම්මේ උපන්දවානේ කාන්තරායාපි විනස්සන්තු ච තේජසා Jaya Siddhi Dhanang Labang Sotti Bhagyang Sukam Balang Siriya Yuchavannocha Bhogang Uddhicha Yasava Satavasacha Yucha Jiva Siddhi Bhavantu Te. Bless.